See, here we go. Welcome to the week 2 in review for BONESTORM. I'm This is Matt Dickey, and we have Master Blaster beneath us with this sledgehammer and his bike helmet. He had to go into Thunderdome. And what's the background from? Is that Harry Potter? It's got to be, right?
Yeah, it's Dumbledore's office.
Okay. Of course it is. You know, they're now saying they're now saying that he was gay. We just didn't know it. It's great.
I'm still trying to recover.
Don't sully my Dumbledore.
The bloodbath that was the waiver wire today.
Exactly. It was insane.
I did not fare well in Thunderdome today.
No, you didn't. It was this was literally the wildest morning ever with the waiver wire. I did not like it, but let's hold that. Let's table that discussion. Let's put a pin in that discussion, as they would say.
I don't like the waiver wire in week 3, Sam. I am.
Till we get to it, let's just start with the recap so that we are judicious with our time use here. So let's move on. Do you want to talk about any of the pictures, or should we move to the first screen?
Let me see. So is that Saquon top right?
Yes, right before he got injured. Yes, that's Saquon.
Okay, and then I've got, the Jets really taking it to one of the Cowboys there.
He still got a ton of yardage and points, I believe.
So yeah, so why do you put it like that?
These were just pictures from the NFL top 10. I just wanted something with Dallas in it. I thought it'd be the defense, but they did the defense last week, so maybe they're keen on the offense now. Okay. According to ESPN, they are so in love with Dallas. They've already won the Super Bowl. They're already etching the trophy for them, I've heard.
Hey, they look good, man.
Please, it's early, dude. Week 2. Settle down, everybody.
I like how the camera chops your head off. You look great.
Well, I'm just trying to.
All right. Let's get ready because we got a lot to talk about today.
Damn right we do. And enough with this chitter chatter. Let's move on to how do I? All right, let me try this. Boom. There we go. Okay, first up, it's you versus your sister.
Oh, sorry, Ter. It has you winning big going into the weekend, but not enough. Camp Krusty comes out on top. 138 to 129. It was close. So I liked this week in terms of, man, there was a bunch of games that came down to the end. I liked that. Ours was one, but I got very lucky that her defense went down. Mine stayed high. I got 40 from my man Kirk Cousins. You got to love that.
Wait a minute. You said her defense went down. She got 18 on her defense. Same as you.
Oh, sorry. Well, I was watching it the whole game, praying it would keep going down, but mine was tough. So,
all right.
Yes. On her side, she had a good day from Josh Allen, kind of a rebound game for him, right? So she must have doubled up with Diggs there. Oh, maybe they didn't throw it to him.
He didn't have as many, no.
Yeah, okay. And then Travis Etienne 6, AJ Dillon 7. She needed an RB almost as bad as you and I today.
Yes.
Oh, there's Kadarius Toney.
Yeah.
I guess he ain't costing $100.
The $100 man is not what he would, but he did score okay. But
you got any insight, Matthew?
Yeah, and I was going to say that she suffered because Aaron Jones, who did so well for her last week, was out with an injury. So AJ Dillon was going to get all of his work, which sounded awesome on paper. But as we can see, AJ Dillon is not Aaron Jones. They also played a tough defense with Atlanta, who didn't let him run a ton. Although she did have a nice day from James Conner, who is the bell cow, one of the few bell cows in the league.
Yeah, twice,
in Arizona.
2 weeks in a row, man.
He's done really well, and a big day from Josh Allen. But Travis Etienne, down day. Diggs, not a huge day. So, yeah, she suffered with a lot of those. You had a huge day with Kirk Cousins in that loss with 4 touchdowns that he threw. Derrick Henry with being Derrick Henry, and you had a very good Bills defense as well. So you had enough to edge her out, and she didn't even get close to her total of 145. But good game. Let's move on to the next one.
Next one, we've got the Waller Brawlers who, and I'm glad, before we go further, thank you everybody for clarifying all of the names. I think Matt and I are now all caught up.
Yeah, so I think we're good. Thank you.
Waller Brawlers fall short of shut the F up, Donnie. This is an R-rated league. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Taking him down 148 to 135. Looking at Donnie. Justin Jefferson. Hey, there you go. Kirk Cousins, my man, throwing to him. Yep. Debo with 22. Christian Kirk with almost 24. And the Cowboys D, oh my God, 23 went off. It was plenty to take down Kev, who had a decent day from Rashad White. A very good day for Nico Collins, almost 30. Who saw that coming? And Amon St. Brown, you have it highlighted, but it was basic day for him. Then the Jets let him down big time. Even though you had the big picture on the front, they sucked it up.
Yeah, well, the picture had nothing to do with the defense so much as it did the Cowboys. But with this one, you're right. The Jets had such a good week last week in that huge win over Buffalo. They fell flat on their faces against Dallas. Hard day with old Deshaun Watson, Mr. Touchy against the Steelers. And then poor Dameon Pierce just can't get it going with that Houston offense. They're throwing, obviously, as you saw with Nico Collins. They can't run, at least, or they didn't run against Indianapolis. On the other side, with Joseph, as you said, Debo playing a division rival with the Rams, doing well. Christian Kirk, nice to see him come back to life after his first week where people were pressing the panic button. And the Cowboys with that score, the Cowboys with that score. What's insane was I wasn't looking for this. I was just trying to look at overall scoring in our league, and I was trying to find where Puka landed, just overall. I was looking at this earlier today before the bloodbath. I was trying to figure out if I need to move it up a little bit. I looked at it. The number one scorer in our league is not a player, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Dallas Cowboys. Are you friggin' kidding me? This is disgusting. We need to stop this immediately. And yes, poor Daniel Jones. Clemens thinks, okay, Daniel's not getting it done. The Giants look horrible. I'm putting in Deshaun Watson against those horrible Steelers. It's going to be awesome. Well, flipped them. They would have done a little bit better. So, not so much.
They're on the Waller brawlers. Deshaun Watson went from starting last week to getting cut today. I don't know if you saw that, but he dropped his ass. So he is available if you want those 12 points.
That's funny. All right, moving on.
Okay, moving on. Uncle Todd's family feedback suffers a loss with a terrible day from Bryce Hall. Not even a point. 0.9. And then Najee 5.3, not great for his two running backs. Dak Prescott, though, had a day, as did Devonta Smith. Wowzers, 27, and then decent from Jordan Addison. He did leave a couple of points on the bench down there, it looks like. George Pickens had a decent day.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're going to start Terry McLaurin, maybe. I don't know.
It's tough because he's a really good wide receiver. He's had the toe issue, but obviously it didn't affect him this week. I think he probably had a bad week one. So everybody's still just trying to get their feet under them with who's going to be consistent. I'm sure he thought, okay, this is the best one going. And I don't begrudge him for that one. I did feel bad again for the Najee and the Breece Hall performance. And here's where I don't know if this was exactly the karma that Steve and Jason experienced from the Monday Night Mayhem and talking before you've won the game. But Todd did put a nice little tweet out to everybody about laughing about how great his score was on Sunday. And, oh, boy, poor Maddie, you just suck. And I'm like, I'm not saying anything till the game's over. I'm like, I still got to – so you're saying there's a chance. I had no faith that I would actually win that game. But I'll be darned if that Steelers defense doesn't outscore the damn offense and bring me 26 to take it home. And it's another Monday Night Miracle for Maddie. I can't say enough about it. I was just overwhelmed.
Well, Todd is certainly your nemesis. He's in your dome, which we'll cover a lot more later today. You did have a good day.
Let's get through these.
Oh, all right. I guess we're not going to talk about yours, which is just fine by me. Malibu Stacy's suffers second loss, gets doubled up on wing leaders 13.
The wrong day to play Sam.
I'm not a surprise because they did have him high, but he is delivering. Bijan 23, second week in a row, he outperforms his predictions. She did not have a lot of contribution out of her wide receivers, a total of about 7-something points. And then Algier, who went off last week, of course, gets 4.8. She sits Amari Cooper, and he gets 16.
Yeah, the Amari Cooper thing, this was the toughest thing. Up until, right before the game, probably not going to play. Like, minutes before the game, you know what? I think I'm going to go. It's like, wait, what? And then brings that score in? Like,
I know. But, hey, it still wouldn't have been enough with this powerhouse. Keenan Allen,
my goodness.
33. DeAndre Swift, 30. Justin Herbert, almost 30. Saquon Barkley, almost 30. And her lousy running back ends up scoring 19. She's got Thielen on the bench for 20 and a half in case he gets tapped in. Sorry, Michael Pittman, you might be on the block on this team. But, wow, what a day. Decent, and then a very good, you didn't highlight this, but I still think it was impressive. 18 coming out of
for the Chiefs. They really did a good job holding Jacksonville to a low score that day. Yeah, that was just a great game for Sam. Nothing. I mean, there's nothing you
Our
can do
number
when
one
somebody
fan.
has. Yeah, there's no our number one fan. But remember, we have to identify Todd as our number one subscriber.
Oh, okay,
Sam
got
may
it,
be our number
got
one
it.
fan. Todd is our
All
number
right,
one subscriber. All
all
hail
right,
Todd.
all right,
So,
all
yes.
right.
So congrats to Sam. She had a
Way to go,
phenomenal
Todd. Thank you,
day.
sir.
Yes. So
Okay.
let's move on to Dallas Hurts, and I hate the Epic Eagles.
Oh,
Great name, Greg.
Dallas Hurts is hurting this week.
Yeah.
Poor Joe Burrow gets 18, 2.9 out of Jamal Williams.
Mm.
Man, a lot of us, I'm realizing a lot of us needed Kyron Williams. We'll see who ended up with him later. Tyreek Hill back down to earth, but CeeDee Lamb, real nice day, 27.3, gets 124. Not enough to take down. I hate the fucking Eagles, man. He gets 161. Very nice score. I think that might have been the second highest.
Had to have been. Yeah, I would think.
38. Oh, that's funny because Hertz is on the other side.
I know, right? That's literally the irony of it. Yeah, exactly.
That nails his prediction, as does Devonta Adams in their scores. That's very nice. TJ Hawkinson putting up nearly double his projected points.
Yeah, he had a huge day in that.
Davis. Look at that.
Yeah, Gabe got the touchdowns, like you said. What was missing for
Diggs?
For Diggs, yeah, Gabe Davis had a day, that's for sure. So yeah, congrats to Mr. Greg, and I love that you changed the name. That is friggin' awesome. Sorry about the loss to Cat, right? That's Cat's team. Is that Dallas Hurts? You got that right? I don't know. Moving on. Log Jammin' versus Nick's Picks.
Pretty sure this is not Cat's team name. Log Jammin' with Tony Lebowski. Jay has a nice day from Christian McCaffrey, although it was as expected. Not so great from Tua Tagliabue. Waddle, I wanted that dude. He gets 12.4. What else? Oh, and the Saints, not a bad day. You have highlighted down there Drake London, but man, how are you going to start Drake London over?
He started him in week 1, and he just bailed after one bad week. But I get it. I get it.
Well, Nick gets it done. I don't know if this is 2 in a row. I can't remember what his score was last week, but he gets a rebound from
last week, but I'm not 100%.
Okay, well, he's a 500 then. 26.2 out of Patrick Mahomes. Terrible day out of Dalvin Cook. Gets 0.2. Did he run for 4 yards and drop it, or what the hell happened?
I'd have to look at the score, but yeah, it was a bad day for old.
But he didn't need it.
And I think he fumbled. Well, I guess I might be confusing it with Madison. Go ahead.
Well, as I said, he didn't need it. He's got T. Higgins Evans
back to life
for about 60.
Actually, Mike Evans, wide receiver 2, I think.
60. Amazing. And then Mostert. I watched part of that game, and all I kept hearing from the announcers were Mostert. Every time we have the on for this month.
That was due a lot to the scheme, because the scheme that Belichick drew up really limited Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, so they were leaning on Mostert a lot. But it was really a good game. I enjoyed that.
Okay. What are you, a professional coaching analyst now?
No, and just be really careful if you're talking about Log Jammin's Jackson. That last name, boy, be very careful saying that slowly.
Jackson, where is it? Oh, Jack.
Don't say it fast, because there could be problems.
Jackson Smith my nizzle.
This is a new thing I found online.
Wait, we're not done yet. We'll go back to that.
Why?
We're not done. You got to go back.
Well, I'm going back. Jesus.
We didn't even cover the 0 for Zay Jones.
Okay, yes, Zay Jones missed a couple. I think he was close on a couple of them, even having a touchdown or whatever, but just missed him in that game. Again, like I say, Kansas City's defense really hobbled Jacksonville's offense. Their high-flying offense wasn't so high-flying that day.
I know you want to get to your big day. Calm down.
No, I don't want to get to the big day. I thought I'd said a few things. I'd said a few things about other people, and that was it.
Calm down.
Harry Potter, you shut up. We're moving on, Jerky. We don't have time for these kind of shenanigans yet. Let's get to the end before we get to this.
Okay.
So this was funny. So there's this site, I think it's Fantasy Pros, that you can import your league. Then it gives you these little funny breakdowns at the end of the week. It was another league that Kevin won't let me talk about that I'm in has this, and I was like, hey, where'd you get that? And so he hit me to it, and so I grabbed it, and I thought it might be interesting if you wanted to look through it or read it, or I can just leave it up there, or I can. It takes what we did last week and it kind of brings out things that happen, right? So it says, hey, like you said, high score went to Sam with wing leader 13, right? Bottom of the pile wasn't the finest day from Melba Stacey, who was left in the dust with the lowest points of 98, right?
I like this so far, but what about this next thing? lucky break. I finished 5 and 6.
And all play this week, but still came away with the win. I don't know.
Oh, I see. So that means I would have won 5 of the 11 games.
I don't know. I don't know.
11 games. Okay.
I don't know. We'll have to look into this. We'll go back to the notes. Again, we'll have to say the same thing because this guy's not so lucky for that. Sharpshooter, 97%, 3% accuracy score. I wonder if that's starting the right people. The sharpshooter one. I should have thought this bit out further. All right, we're moving on. We don't have time for this. Let's get to the standings.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay.
Let's get to the standings.
Brockway still a tie for first. Camp Krusty at 1-1, and Dallas Hurts at 1-1. Poor Todd, even though he's making moves, still has yet to win a game. Hang in there, Todd, our #1 subscriber. Thank you, sir. In Ogdenville, we got Nick's picks. You're right, at 500.
Yep.
Atop Larry Sellers' homework, you're at 500. And then log jamming. Come on, Jay.
Ooh.
Jay is still yet to find one in the win column. The season is young. Hang in there, my brother from another mother. At North Haverbrook, we got, this is not Nom, this is bowling. 2-0. Tied for I hate the effing Eagles, man. Also at 2-0. Poor Terry, 1-1. You'd be leading just about every other division except this one. She is bringing up the rear, but still, everybody's like 1 game out of first. So relax. In Springfield, Sam atop the list with Wayne 13, 1-1. She has a great week, and I would imagine they've got her up that high because of
points.
Score, yeah.
Points.
Walter Brawlers, three-way tie in this. Walter Brawlers 1-1, and Malibu Stacy's, despite the loss, still finds herself tied in first.
Very good, exactly. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out. Early. Let's get to the big story of the day.
As a reminder to everyone, one look that Matt and I think Jay get, which is kind of nice, is we get to see all of the bids that were put in to see who went, how far over someone bid, all that fun stuff. I know Jay was hoping we'd cover this. Matt, thanks for putting it together. I'll let you take it. You want to say it?
Sure. So this one, again, we knew it was going to be crazy, but no one saw all the injuries that were coming. So that played into it too. And no one saw Puka Nua and Kyron Williams doing so great. I mean, there's things that haven't happened ever in fantasy football that are happening this year. So that played into it as well. But we come down to it, and then boom, 9 a.m. Pacific Coast time on my coast. Everything goes off, and here we have the results. This is going to take 2 pages worth of discussion. So I moved all the biggest bids to this page. We talked about this, and then the other ones are just kind of throwaways. We can look at them, but this is where the story was. So top 1, Jerome Ford, obviously. Chubb goes out. Everybody's going to be in for Ford. How will the bids pan out? Right now, I probably should have put Kyron Williams first, because since I won him, all my other ones became defunct. But you can see I was in for 176 on Jerome Ford if I lost out to Todd on Kyron Williams or you on Kyron Williams.
I can't believe you bid that on Ford and Puka. You went 176 as well.
I know, right? So Todd gets Jerome Ford. Boy, he nailed the market. I am shocked that Jerome Ford didn't go for at least $100. I am really surprised. Everybody's coming in 30, 37, 40, 50, 19, 86. Todd nails that one, no problem. I got the Larry Sellers with just about blowing my entire wad on one stupid person that I know Greg's rooting for that to be injured. Thanks, Greg, Mr. Bitter Man. And then Todd was close with 114, or at least not in the ballpark. He was a second up, and Logjam with 102. See, this is what's interesting. When I first thought of this, I was thinking around $100. But I thought, I know Todd, he is going to go nuts. I can see him going higher. So I thought, I have to really fly over everything.
Man. He's in your dome.
He does. And then lots of other ones there, 70, 60, 50, 26. And then again, Todd, great job on Puka Nua. He nailed that one too. People coming in at 60, 60, 40, 40. He comes in 110, way over him. Guarantees that. He just picked up 2 starters that should be awesome for him and hopefully dig him out and get him his first win. Everybody else came in on that one. And then Zach Moss was the last one that, again, Clemens, a heartbreaker, 26 to 29, $3 split. God, that is not fun. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Good that you were close, or bad that it didn't happen.
Well, I like how on that last one on Zach Moss, we'll go back. Again, you go bananas with 105. and Todd ends up winning him, or sorry, Jason
$29.
ends up winning him for $29.
I know.
Well
Well,
done.
that's because mine wasn't there. If it was there, I'm winning everything. So let's move on. Second one was over here. So lots of other pickups, some small dollar ones. I do love that I overpaid for stupid Tutu Atwell. No one else wanted that sack. I paid $20 for him. So I've got nothing left in the hopper, whereas I could have at least had $22 over Todd's 4 that he has left. Again, the rest of them spread out, as you can see. There was a little bit of a debate over Jordan Love, $25 to 7. Looks like Terry got you there, Clemens. And then Terry got log jamming for the Jaguars defense. So congrats to everybody. I don't know if this is going to be one that we're going to vote on for next year, but it certainly made it interesting come week 3. And it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the year goes for all the rest of you and me with my $0 claims, picking up whatever scraps people don't want because I can't outbid anybody anymore.
You don't have any money, right? You spent all
Zero. Jesus.
I don't think that was a great idea.
You think, Harry? I feel like flipping Ronald Weasley. Let's move on to this week's matchups.
Wallet Reparo.
Can you please give me some more fab, Harry? Pull that out of your magic beans. Let's get to Camp Krusty versus Clemens. Bald versus bald. It's on.
Kevin, the bald brawlers go at each other. Let's see. Hey, they think it's going to be pretty close. 130 to 139. I'm expecting a big day out of Kirk Cousins. So, Matt, not that I don't want to talk about Kev's team, I do. He got a lot of check marks over there, but could be very interesting developments in Minnesota with my Mattison start.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Madison is now going to be sharing time with someone by the name of Cam Akers. I don't know how fast you're going to be able to install him in the first week, but I've seen some really bad reports like Cam's going to be the lead and basically Madison will be like he was with Dalvin Cook, which would really suck for you. So I don't know if you have backups to back him up. But,
I have 2 running backs.
Well, you got one that's still going to start at least.
Total. Not only can I not weather an injury, I can't weather a bye week.
But let's look at the bright side here. You have $200 to spend on the wire now, so you can at least go out and grab a few people who still might be out there to help out, balance out Madison. Kirk, this is going to be interesting because there's so many times when they have games like, oh, it's going to be a shootout, like they said about Jacksonville, Kansas City. It wasn't. This week, look at the Chargers and the Minnesota could be a shootout there. I know that Matt Stafford is throwing it around, especially with Puka. So let's see if it is a track race for Kirk Cousins and gets you a few more touchdowns. That may help. What is that? Now you've just disappeared. Are you supposed to be disappearing?
No,
Harry. Oh, Harry. Oh, you're getting him over there?
No, he's looking into the seeing pool. He sees the future.
What does he see?
Dumbledore, I believe Matt will suggest draft dollar amounts be included in trades in the future.
What's wrong with that? I think that's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea.
Add that in there for a trade. Like, I'll give you this guy and you give me $50 for your fab because I'm out.
Next season, watch. That's going to be up there.
That'll be the next one.
All right. Good luck, Kev. It's going to be
a fun one. And you guys should do some trash talking. Let's move on to big score. Wingleader 13. Oh, sweet Jesus against me.
Wingleader.
I hope she had her highest day last week, and I hope she nosedives this week. Sorry, Sam. It's going to be a tough one for me.
Well, I don't know how much sway Matt has over there in the ESPN offices. They seem to agree with him that you're only going to get 129, despite your average being over 20 points higher than that. Not sure what they're thinking. They're claiming Larry Sellers is going to win. I don't believe that's going to happen. He still has a terrible team, even with what you picked up today. You're probably not going to win anymore.
Thanks. I'm done. It's over. Season over, Maddie. You jerkwad. Yeah, so I'm sure she's going to change out Saquon, so that 0 is going to go up. That'll swing it. And oh my God, really? I got Dallas versus Arizona. Tony Pollard is going to run for 200 yards and like 3 touchdowns. That is not going to be helpful that day. The rest, I don't know how it's going to come out. I'm just hoping to survive. I worry about Sam and her ability to score. Let's move on to your wifey wife versus Kat and Dallas Hurts.
Oh, cool.
And they're really hurting with their first 3 people, all questionable.
Kat, the coach has a red marker that's running out of ink over there. Poor Kat, questionable for Joe Burrows, Miles Sanders, and Jamal Williams. So pay special attention to that. I actually think, well, they're projecting Jamal Williams as 0. So normally that means they have it on pretty good authority. The guy's not going to be ready to go. But they do believe that you will be competitive against my wife, Dawn. Austin Fields needs to have a better day than he has been having. Bijan's just doing just fine. Jamar Gibbs, not sure about the rest of these. I think she's got a decent team, but we'll see. This might be a close one, actually.
Yeah, we'll see. It's all going to be a toss-up, as we know. And again, it's going to come down to Joe Burrow. There was even a report that said Joe Burrow might not even play. That happens. Big swing. I hope it doesn't, but be careful about that, Cat. Keep your eye on the news feed. Speaking of feed, let's move on to Uncle Todd's feed bag, looking for his first win over I hate the effing Eagles, man.
Well, Todd's team's getting better and better as we speak.
Oh my God, they just increase hugely.
Very active.
Bigly. They're bigly better.
His team is bigly better. And and there's going to be an insurrection from the bench if these guys don't perform. No, they say, God, I think Todd's the only 0-2 team with a projection of 150 this week.
Well, this has been boosted by his Ford and Nuka.
Understood. Yeah, that's true. They think you're going to win, although there's a big opening in the RB2 slot. Kareem Hunt says he's a free agent, not even playing.
But Kareem Hunt's already on Greg's team, dum-dum.
I know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're talking about that team. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was looking at Todd's team. Yes, they're saying, he went and talked to the Browns. I don't know if he's been given the offer yet, but I think Greg is assuming he's going to be there. But I'm sure Greg will change him out. Yeah. So, on the other side, look at the murderer's row: Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, and now Pukanua. 3 really top receivers. I mean, if they go to what they're supposed to, Todd will be unstoppable.
Well, okay, Pukanua has been great this season, but it's not like
You're right, 2 weeks.
Jamar Chase coming into this thing.
No, I'm just looking at the points, though. I'm looking at straight points. I mean, if you look in the last 2 weeks,
he's averaging 28.
Over 20. Yeah, exactly.
He's averaging 28.
Exactly. I'm just saying he has a lot of talent.
I bet he's number 1 on receivers, right? Probably.
I think he is. It's either him or Jefferson, one of the two. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, good luck. Good luck to you teams.
Should be a good matchup.
High-scoring game there. Okay, log jamming with Bunny Lebowski. Projected.
Here we go. We got a certain number of minutes, but go ahead. I got 10 minutes.
Projected to take down Gentlemen's Four Quarterlies. Four Quarterlies at 1-1. Log jamming at 0-2. So, Jay, good opportunity for you to get your season turned around, or an opportunity for Terry to take command of that division over there and get back into closer to first or second place. Couple of Qs over there on log jamming. We got Jalen Waddle questionable, but they have points in his spot. Same with Ayuk and Pacheco. All questionable, but all still showing projected scores. So
this one, I'm not going to say it's going to hinge on Aaron Jones coming back, but right now Terry's got both A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. I don't know what else is on her bench. She might switch those out if Aaron gets upgraded to he's playing and then drop Dillon and maybe put in somebody else.
She just got the Jaguars today, so she's on top of it. This might be her team going into it. So
maybe she's playing both like Dawn did with Algier and
right.
So that might be the strategy. But yeah, should be a good game. Both football spectacles are actually starting, and Chris McCaffrey against the Giants. Oh, that could be a bloodbath.
Your audio just got super quiet. What are you doing?
Is that better?
There you go. Yeah, that's better.
Okay, cool. I don't know if my thing came undone or
okay.
Cool. Technical difficulty. But we're back online and we're good. So so this should be a good game. What do they have projected here? 141 to 158. Big scores they got. That's for sure. Let's see if it actually holds up. All right, let's move on to the next.
Okay, we've got
Nick's picks versus.
This is not Nom. This is bowling.
Why, Joe? It was so much better with Shut the Fuck Up, Donnie. That is a funny name. I get that this is Nom, this is bowling. That's cool, but
maybe he's going to do something fun, like change it every week.
Oh God, I hope not. Let's.
You got to do it now, Joe. This will piss him off.
You're going to confuse me.
Nick's picks projected to get 30. God, I would love to have that.
Right.
Get 30 out of his quarterback.
Yeah, not bad.
Josh Jacobs, big days, all double digits. Solid team over there on Nicholas. Hope that's your actual name. On Nicholas's team.
Mhm.
But he's playing Joe. Ooh, a little
Yes.
in-house rivalry here. Joe,
Family
who's he
rivalry.
got? Justin Jefferson, obviously powerhouse. Not sure about Herbert. Debo, they expect good things from. Cowboys, yeah, look at the Cowboys defense, averaging
Jesus.
34 points.
That's insane.
Unbelievable. Who'd have thunk it?
Insane.
They're
Yeah.
expecting a very close game for 142 to 149. Any gaping holes? Nope. So
No,
yeah,
this will
might
be
close.
this is going to be interesting because there's a couple of big things that may swing it. First one is Trevor Lawrence had a down day last week because again the Kansas City Chiefs defense and Chris Jones was in his face all day. They're going to play Houston, which should be a little easier. So he's hoping, I'm sure, for the Trevor Lawrence bounce back. And when it comes to Nick's picks, you have T. Higgins, who had a good rebound, but if, like I said, if Joe Burrow for some reason doesn't play, what's that going to do to his numbers, right? Do they fall off the cliff? Do they stay there? Will Mark Andrews break out? I know he was available last week, for the Baltimore game, but he wasn't the huge Mark Andrews. And will Zay Jones not post a goose egg and actually get something along with being questionable? So it's going to come down to those kind of things, and hopefully a good game. And please don't change your name again. If that's it, just stay with it. But I like the other name better.
That.
Oh, and we're done. Look at that. Okay, stop sharing. Let's do that. So back to the notes. We got 6 minutes. Okay, so I rushed a little bit through it just to get some of that stuff in, but I'm glad we talked through all that. So let me get your 2 cents on the how it went today with the new thing, the 2-week freeze.
Well, so
first your opinion, then Harry Potter's.
Okay, my opinion was okay. Can you hear that, by the way?
Yeah.
Harry Potter theme?
Okay. I don't know. Do it again. I don't hear anything. I hear nothing.
You don't hear it?
I feel like I'm John Travolta in Blowout. No, I hear nothing.
Says playing music ? All right. Sorry. Okay. Doesn't like it. Okay. All right. I underestimated the challenge that would bring over the first 2 weeks. I'm not saying I'm necessary. I was surprised by the amounts today bid. I think I was more surprised though. I expected there to be lots of activity today, even before the season started. What I didn't expect would be how much more I should have paid attention to my roster, knowing that my first 2 weeks, I wouldn't be able to make many changes outside of trades, which are hard to come by, obviously.
Yeah, you, me, and I'm sure other people in the league too.
Keep going. Yeah. Yes. So, like I had mentioned to you before, there was 1 week of these last 2. Don was very close to not even having enough players to field the full team. Yeah. So I don't think I paid enough attention to that. I do agree that, Jay said, as bad as it was, you have to admit it added a little bit of drama to an otherwise, mediocre Wednesday. It was exciting. And I'm telling you, I thought maybe I was alone over the last 2 days stressing about exactly how much I should put. Seems like a lot of people in there. The one thing that these reports don't show that I would love to see are the changes in one person's bid from when they started
that would be
bidding
great.
all the way to
mine
the top.
Changed all the time. It was like, no, up higher, no, lower, no, higher.
Oh, listen to this train of thought. I started with like 51. And then I go, no, it's not enough. So I went to 77 because Star Wars came out in 77. Then I went to 81 and I thought, oh, well, what's the difference? You know what? I told people I wasn't going to go triple digits. I can go to 99. I'll go to 99. I put in 99. And then I thought, okay, well, this is an insult to a good Notre Dame running back. How I'm going to bid less for him and more on that idiot you told me to bid 100 on. So that's when I changed it from 99 to 101 because I didn't want to disgrace him. It wasn't enough. But yeah, I wonder who else was in my boat making changes.
I'm sure. Yeah. So let's for all these people, for the 3 people that watch this, comment on how often you changed your number or just come up with it and stick with it. I don't know, because for me it was the same thing. I originally went in there first. I consulted my sites I go to, and I used those numbers. And I put that in there, and I was like, well, wait a minute. I have to understand my league too. It's not just going to be the average number of whatever this is going to be. So I had the numbers in there, and I was actually close on a lot of them being around the $100 range. But then I kept thinking, Todd is the wild card. Todd will easily throw his dick on the table with $200 and be like, I don't care, I got the guy I wanted. So I was like, I don't want to spend all of it on one, but how far am I willing to go up? And I'm like, maybe 180. Nah, that's too much. Maybe 170. Okay, is that too real? God, if I lose this one. So when I got to the 170 area, I thought, okay, I'm not just gonna put one. I'm gonna put a couple of them there because if I lose one to Todd, that's fine. But he won't have enough to come back and get the second one. So at least I'll get that one, unless somebody else goes that high. But I don't think anybody but Todd or I would be that crazy, and I was right about that.
All right,
But just insane.
Question.
Sure.
How much did Todd and Todd alone cost you in terms of you upping your bid because you were afraid of just him?
At least $50 to $75. At least that. I mean, he is in my head. He lives rent-free in my head.
That's
with
great.
His picks, with our games against each other. Jason and I used to be the biggest rivals. Like, Todd is fast becoming my #1 rival. And it's just out of respect for the kid's game. He's been around forever. And I liked how back at the draft, he's like, oh, remember Todd when he was so young and helpful and blah, blah, blah. That little monster turned into the evil ogre that's attacking me. It's on my back every day.
Oh, they start cute. They start cute.
Yeah, they do. And they're turning the terrors. The gremlins. So somebody fed him after midnight.
Great. Well done, Todd. So well done.
It was good. So Todd, nicely done. Yeah. So please, people comment about, did your things change? How did it? How did the outcome? Did it shock you? Did anything surprise you? Were you pleasantly surprised? Did you like it? I'm all for keeping it next year because it did make it interesting. But personally, I hate it. I like having access to the waiver where I'm able to grab people week 1. And all the time, but I'm just maybe the lone voice in the wilderness on that one. So let us know. Also, we're targeting, I think it's October 8th for the Rib Fest. We kind of pushed it out a couple of weeks just to start one thing, and then it was, oh, somebody's gone here, and then oh, somebody's gone here.
That's close to your anniversary.
Whose? Oh, my
Yours.
Wedding one? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right. Close. Anyhow, anywho,
I know?
I know. We'll lock that down. How do you know? We'll lock that down soon enough. We got less than a minute. Kevin, any final thoughts before we sign off?
No, Harry.
Hurry up, Harry. Hurry. Give us your thoughts.
Stay classy. Elegant, Diagon Alley.
For Kevin Heath, Harry Potter, and Matt Dickey, this is us saying sign off. Take us out of here, Harry.
Stay classy, BONESTORM. Oh, wait.
Harry.
Stay classy, BONESTORM.